Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Ana Marie Estanyol, Reporter 2 ng Group 3. At naka-assign po sa akin ang Republic Act 7836. Which is the Act to strengthen the regulation and supervision of the practice teaching in the Philippines and prescribing a licensure examination for teachers and other purposes. So, Article 1, title, this act shall be known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. So yung Republic Act 7836 is the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Statement policy. The state recognizes the vital role of the teachers in nation building and development through a responsible and literate citizenry. So, what are the objectives of this Republic Act 7836? So, ang mga objectives niya po ay promotion, development, and professionalization for teachers and the teaching profession, then supervision and regularization of licensure examination for teachers. So, definition of terms po tayo, yung mga terms po na ginamit po dito sa Republic Act 7836. Teaching. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng teaching dito? Refers to the profession concerned primarily with the classroom instruction in the elementary and secondary levels in accordance with the curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, which is DEX, dati po, na ngayon po ay Department of Education, DepEd, whether full-time or part-time po, in private and public schools. So, teachers, ano ba yung mga teachers? Refers to all person engaged in teaching at the elementary or secondary. Then, board refers to the Board of Professional Teachers duly established and constituted under this Act. So, yung commission naman po refers to the Professional Regulation Commission, PRC po. So, Article 2, Board for Professional Teachers. Creation and composition of the board. The board is composed of 5 members, including the chairman and the vice chairman, appointed by the President of the Philippines from among recommendees chosen by the Commission. So, yung PRC po ay naglilista po ng mga possible na umupo as chairman, then si President po, si Mr. President of the Philippines, ang pipili po kung sino po ang uupo. So, appointed po sila. Ayan. So, ano po yung duties nila and function of the board? So, prescribe and adopt a code of ethical and professional standards of the practice teaching and the teaching profession. Look into the conditions affecting the practice of the teaching profession and whether necessary adopt such measure as may be deemed proper for enhancement and maintenance of the high professional and ethical standards of the profession. So, term of office. The terms of the members of the board shall hold office at a term of 3 years. So, isang term, 3 years po yun. From the date they assume office. No person who has served for 2 consecutive terms. 2 consecutive terms which is 6 years. Ako. Kasi isang term po ay 3 years. So, kung 2 terms, 6 years po. Shall be eligible for reappointment. Hindi na po muna maa-appoint. Hindi po maa-appoint pag po nakapag-serve na ng 2 terms. So, qualification. Ano ba yung mga qualification? Kung gusto mong maging board of members ng PRC, ano ba, qualified ka ba? So, isa sa mga qualification, ay, ito po yung mga qualification. Dapat po, residente ka ng Pilipinas, at least 35 years old of age, and proven yung integridad mo, tapos meron kang high moral values. Siyempre, dapat din bachelor's degree ka, bachelor's holder ka, ayan, degree holder ka, whether meron kang master or doctorate degree in education or other equivalences. Yan. Be a professional teacher with a valid certificate and registration and valid professional license. Dapat po, kung board of member ka, dapat din po may lisensya ka ng PRC bilang teacher. Ayan. Has been professional teacher in the active practice of the teaching profession for at least 10 years po na nagturo. Si chairman, at least 10 years nagturo po. Not an official member of faculty of any university for at least 3 years. Bakit po kailangan na ganun? Siyempre po, ku-question po ang integridad nila, siyempre. Baka isipin po kasi ng iba, mapaboran yon. For example, kunyari, galing po sa Bulacan State University, yung member, ay yung magiging board member, syempre, aanma po yung ibang university, malamang sa malamang magbigay siya ng mga, mag-leak siya ng mga tanong sa examination. Syempre, ayaw po natin na ganun, ayaw po nila na ganun, so, natakda po sila not an official or member of faculty. Saka dun po dun sa mga review center, kunyari, card, ibalita. Kung affiliated ka doon, hindi ka po pwede dito. Kasi po, sila po ay dapat malinis, wala po silang crack, or wala silang mapapanigan ng universities or review centers or colleges. Then, compensation of the board, yung mga magiging benefits, sahod, yan po. Supervision of the board and custodian of its record, the board shall be under by the supervision and control of the Commission. Secretariat and support services, which is Section 11. Section 12, removal of the board of member. So, ito po, sila po yung PRC officials na nakuha ko po sa official site po ng PRC. So, he is the chairman, current chairman, Honorable Teofilo S. Pilando Jr., he is the PRC chairman. And Honorable Yolanda D. Reyes. Honorable Jose Y. Cueto Jr. Attorney Aristo Gerson T. Desmundo. So, sila po yung mga high officials ng PRC. Article 3, Examination and Registration. So, sa mga nakapag-take na po ng exam, makaka-relate po. Sa mga gusto po mag-take, sige po, makinig po kayo. So, pag po mag-take po tayo ng exam, kung ikaw po ay BEd or elementary level po ang iyong tuturuan, dalawang parts lang po ang i-examine mo. Professional education tsaka general education. Pero po, kung BSEd ka po, BSEd major in English, BSEd major in mathematics, BSEd major in science, tatlong parts po, which is professional education, general education, and field of specialization. Kunyari, math ka, math po yung exam mo. Ayan. So, yun po yung scope po ng examination. So, more likely po, pag exam na, basta ang una pong mauwi ang elementary. Ako po yung unang nauwi kasi sa mga kaibigan ko na BSEd. Ayan, qualification, requirements of applicant. So, kung gusto mo magkaroon ng lisensya ng PRC bilang lisensyadong teacher o guro, ano ba yung mga kwalifikasyon? Ano ba yung mga requirements? Ayan. No applicant shall be admitted to take examination unless on the date of filing of the application he has complied the following requirements. So, ito po yung mga requirements. Dapat po, residente ka pa rin ng Pilipinas, citizen ka ng Pilipinas, hindi ka po alien, na 18 years old of age, pataas, at least yun. With good health po, tapos may good reputation and high moral values, and has not been convicted by the final judgment by a court for an offense involving moral turpitude. So, ano po ba yung mga yun? Yung medyo grave po yung crime. which is rape, murder, yun po. A graduate of a school, college, or university recognized by the government and possesses the minimum educational qualification. So, report of the results of examination. Kunyari, nakapag-file ka na ng mga requirements mo. Yan, nakapag-file ka na. Then, nakapag-exam ka na. Nung nakapag-exam ka na, lumabas na po yung results, which is nagte-take ng usually 2 to 3 months po after ng examination. So, dati po nung nag-take po ako, September 29, ata. Then, lumabas po is November. Yan. Or early December po. Ayan. So, issuance of the certificate and registration of the professional license. So, pag po nakapasa ka, ito mo, good job po kung nakapasa. Ayan. Magbibigay po ang PRC ng certification, ng registration, and yung license mo na, which is napakasaya sa pakiramdam pag nakuha mo na yung lisensya mo na pinaghirapan mo. The registration and professional teachers commences from the date his name is enrolled in a roster of professional teacher. So, may makikita po kasi kayo doon sa lisensya nyo. Hindi ko po pwede pakita yung nandun po kasi number ko. So, makikita nyo po doon yung date na pagkapasa nyo po. Yan. Oath before the practice. So, medyo dyan po ko sablay kasi nga po may sakit po talaga ako nung nag-oath taking yung batch ko po. So, ayan po. So, pag po nakapasa ka, pupunta kayo sa PICC or Astrodome, tama ba sa, then mag-oath po kayo, oath taking po. Then, periodic merits, examination of teachers, kailangan po may ma-take kang scores. I mean, makuha mo yung score na yun para pumasa ka. Then, pag hindi mo po nakuha, kunyari, 75. Pag hindi ka nakapag-75, yun nga po, failure to pass the merit examination. Babagsak po talaga. Meron po talagang minimum baga. Minimum. At least 75 po. Then, incentives. Teacher who passed the merit examination shall be awarded the Diploma of Merit of the Board. Meron po tayong certificate niyan. Then, earn merit points for purposes of promotion in salary to higher position of grade level. So, nung nag-apply po kasi ako sa public, hiningan po ako ng rating ng PRC ko, ng LET ko. So, kasama po siya sa pointing system po pag pumasok ka po ng gobyerno. So, malaking points po kung mataas po yung rating mo. Then, be placed in the priority list for government scholarship. So, yung mga top po, mga top 1, malamang sa malamang po, may pwesto na po yan sa gobyerno. Then, enjoy such benefits as may be promulgated by the board. So, Section 2, integration of the teaching profession. The teaching profession shall be integrated into one national organization which shall be recognized by the Board of Commission as one and only integrated and accredited association of professional teachers. So, kung meron na po tayong lisensya, hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, kahit anong gawin natin ay hindi matatanggal sa atin yun, hindi po. Pwede po talaga matanggal sa atin yun. Nandito po sa batas yun. Revocation of certification of registration, suspension of the practice of the teaching profession, and cancellation, temporary or special permit. So, ano po ba yung mga grounds para makuha sa atin o masuspinde yung lisensya natin? So, kung mayroon tayong criminal offense, pwede pong tanggalin sa atin yan. For example, nang rape tayo, nang molestya tayo, nakapatay tayo, pwede pong tanggalin sa atin ang PRC license natin. Immoral, unprofessional, dishonorable conduct, declaration by a court of competent jurisdiction for being mentally unsound or insane. So, kung may nag-accuse sa'yo na, ay, baliw po yan. So, pag napatunayan po sa korte na baliw ka, na hindi ka competent bilang teacher, pwede pong marevoka ang iyong lisensya. So, karon din pong malpractice, gross incompetence, gross negligence, or serious ignorance of the practice teaching profession. The use of perpetration of any fraud and deceit in obtaining certificate of registration, professional license, or special temporary permit. Excuse me. Chronic inability or habitual use of drugs. So, kung user po tayo at napatunayan po sa korte na tayo gumagamit ng droga at natukhang ka, malamang sa malamang po ay makuha po ang iyong lisensya. So, registration of reciprocity, roster of professional teachers, and registration of exception. So, this is the PRC online system. So, bago na po. Dati po kasi nung nag-apply po ako for examination ng teachers or LET, hindi po ganito pa. Hindi pa po online. As in, pipila ka po talaga mula sa PRC din po. Main office ng PRC sa Merecto. Mula, ano yun? 4th floor, nakapila ka, pababa. As in, ang dami pong pipilahan. Pero ngayon po, pinagaan na po ang buhay niyo. Pinagaan na po ang buhay natin sa mga nagre-renew. Meron na po tayong online appointment system, which is LERIS po. Licensure Examination and Registration Information System. LERIS po. So, kailangan po mag-register muna kayo. Dapat po nandyan din, i-input nyo po yung totoong pangalan nyo, yung mismong information nyo, then mag-sign in. So, sign in po kayo. Hindi na po makapag-sign in eh. So, ayan po. So, here is to apply for the PRC exam online. Here, sign into your PRC online account. Click the select transaction. Hindi, kaya nyo na yan. Sige. Ayan. Makikita nyo naman doon, may mga instructions naman doon po sa LERIS. Sa prc.gov.ph. Try nyo po pumunta doon sa LERIS. Ayan, makikita nyo naman po yun. Ayan po. So, pwede rin po palang online cash transaction. Pwede po mag-GCash, pwede pong Land Bank, or pwede rin po pag pumunta ka, kasi po, ito pong online appointment system na to, appointments lang po yung kinuha nyo dyan. Naglagay lang po kayo ng info nyo, nag-select lang po kayo ng day na pupunta kayo sa satellite office ng PRC, then, sa araw na yun, dapat makapunta ka, sa oras na yun, dapat makapunta ka, then mapakita mo yung mga supporting documents mo. Pag napakita mo na, nabigay mo na, magbayad ka, or pwede nagbayad ka na sa online, GCash, Land Bank, pwede nagbayad ka na doon, o pwede din magbayad ka na doon sa PRC satellite nila. Ayan, ganyan po, ganyan din po yung application form. Then, pagkatapos po niya, natapos ka na po dyan, bibigyan ka po nila ng NOAA. Ayan, Notice of Agreement. Tapos, sa NOAA po, nandun po yung room nyo. Nandun po yung room nyo. Then, nandun po yung mga info. At, yun po yung papapirmahan nyo po sa proctor. Sa proctor nyo. Kung ikaw ay BEd, 2 pong pirma kailangan doon. Kung ikaw ay BSed, 3 pirma po ang mapipirmahan doon. Ayan. Article 4, provision relative to the practice of teaching profession. Ayan. Inhibition against practice of teaching profession. No person shall practice or offer to practice the teaching profession in the Philippines or be appointed as teacher to any position calling for a teaching profession without having previously obtained valid certificate or registration and a valid professional license from the Commission. So, penal provisions. If a person is practicing of a professional teacher without valid certificate of registration or valid license, he shall be fined with not less than 5,000 to 20,000 or in prison of less than 6 months to 5 years. Ayan. So, appropriation. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng appropriation? In law and government, appropriation from Latin appropriate to make one's own. Latter to set aside. This act is setting apart something for its application to particular usage of exclusion of other uses. So, implementation guide naman sa implementation guidelines, yung pag-implement po, then, ayan. Sa separability clause naman po tayo, in any case of provision in this indenture of the security shall be invalid, illegal, or enforceable, and validity and legality, and enforceability of the remaining provision shall not in any way be affected or impaired thereby. So, repealing clause, a clause in statute repealing to previous enactment. Then, effectivity clause, this act shall take effect after 15 days from its publication of the official gazette or at least 2 national newspaper in general circulation, whichever comes earlier. So, ito pong Republic Act 7836 ay na-approve noong December 16, 1994. Kaya rin po Republic Act 7836, which is Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Ayan. So, that's it po. Hanggang dito na lang po ang aking report. Sana na meron ako na impart na knowledge and experience. Is Ana Maria Estanyol, Reporter 2 of Group 3. Thank you po.